Yeah, so first up, we thought we'd start with our wonderful Nicolle,
Woohoo!
who
Go me.
she's done a lot of youth work volunteering with us, but we'll let her tell about it. So Nicolle, let's start at the very beginning. It's a very good place to start. What was the first thing that you helped out with?
Think it was Holiday Club. Pretty sure it was Holiday Club because that's about the age where you can actually start helping at things.
Doing something. And speaking of age, how old were you, do you think, roughly, when you started doing that?
11 or 12. Just going into first year. The summer over first year, 11 or 12.
So right in there, starting quite young. So it's good. What were you doing at this fresh age?
Like volunteering, what was I doing? Or
yeah.
So I used to go to Holiday Club as a kid and I absolutely loved it. Like just everything about it. It was something that I look forward to every year. Somewhere I could go, somewhere I felt safe during the summer. Nobody judged me, somewhere that I was encouraged to be me. All the leaders were kind, they were friendly, caring. And I just kind of wanted to be that person for someone else.
Fab. So once you were actually volunteering, what did you enjoy about being a young leader?
I liked the team spirit among everyone. Everybody helped each other out. All the young leaders were given their own responsibilities, whether it be taking points during the potted games, doing crafts, doing the dances, picking up the juice and biscuits. When I was there, it was biscuits, chocolate biscuits. Now we give fruit and healthy snacks.
Yep, and water instead. No, they do still get diluting juice. It's okay. So I believe you helped all the years that you could be a young leader. So why did you keep coming back to help out?
I think again, like obviously I really love working with kids, but also just the whole the team like atmosphere and just the whole team spirit about everything. Like I really enjoyed that.
Okay, and then so kind of along the road, you started coming to church as well as just coming to Holiday Club. So do you think, did Holiday Club have anything to do with like bringing you along to church itself on a Sunday?
I do think so. Obviously when I had went to Holiday Club, I recognised like Jenny Ann and Anne and Anthony and Jim and Deirdre, and then I had went to a family christening, and obviously it was all the same people that I seen again. So for them to be there, kind of like it encouraged me to go, and like again I just felt like belonging because I knew these people. I had built up relationships with these people through the years of going to Holiday Club. So I definitely think it had a huge part in me actually deciding that I wanted to go to church.
Try out this crazy thing on a Sunday morning.
Definitely.
So you must have lots of memories from over the years. Do you have any that stand out from Holiday Club?
They're not really like proper memories as such, but like two of my favourite things about Holiday Club and helping at it is just seeing all the young people that we do the club for, making friendships with other people, and you see them each year coming in and they look about to see if so and so from last year was there, and like just building up that friendship group in them and just nurturing that and through the years. And also one of my favourite things is usually the last day of Holiday Club, we get all the kids up on the stage and they'll sing their wee hearts out and dance like nobody's watching, and I think that's just fantastic to watch. Like they just go for it, like straight out, just go for it, and I love it. And it also means we don't have to actually get up and dance.
By that time they all know all the actions, it's fine. You can stand there just like...
You could just watch.
Yeah. So those are the fun things, but working with children can be hard. Are there any, what were the less fun things about helping out?
Well, as a young leader, I can't really remember like difficult things because obviously as a young leader, your responsibilities are completely different from what they are as an adult leader. And now, unfortunately, I'm no longer a young leader. So like the whole different kind of responsibility as an adult leader, like ensuring we're doing everything the right way, making sure everything's all in place, like safeguarding and registration forms and all that. And also making sure that we look after our young leaders, making sure they're all right, everybody's doing what they should be doing, everybody's comfortable doing what they do, and having to resolve any issues. Like, that's probably the hard, like, it's no less fun, it's just your mind kind of switches to be more making sure everything's done properly rather than just coming to have fun for a week.
Yeah, I think you're more conscious of things because you're trying to overlook it all, whereas a young leader, you just come and you're like, right, this is my team, I'm gonna help them cut out.
You know, like, but it's still fun. Yeah, it's not come to me a bit yet. Like, I've not it's not been too scary yet.
So you don't just help us out once a year at Holiday Club. More recently, you've been also helping with S1 Up, which is our youth group. Can you tell us a bit about how you found that?
I really enjoyed S1 Up. Like, obviously, as you said, most of the volunteer I've done over the years has been focused on the primary school age, like very predominantly primary school age. So now getting to know the teenagers has been really good, because most of them, if not all of them, have actually came through Holiday Club with us. So, like, you've known them, which is terrifying to say, but we've known them since I've been about 5. But getting to know them now, their personalities now, their abilities, their aspirations, like what they want to do, and like, I just hope to continue building bonds with them, like, as the years go on and they grow into being young adults, and then obviously adults, and taking over for me when I'm old and all that. Or older.
Old. So when you first started helping us with S1 Up, we were in the back room of the church doing board games and that kind of thing. Obviously things are a bit different now. How have you found church life moving online?
Honestly, like, at first like, obviously, as you all know, we're a very hands-on church. We like to do things groups. Like, we always like to encourage people to meet in groups and whatever. And I really like the family feeling that I get when every time I walk into a church, every time I walk into a group, or whether that be going to church on a Sunday or midweek service or coming to volunteer at something. And I think at the beginning, when everything did go online, I was probably worried that we would lose some of that feeling. But honestly, I don't think I could have been any further from the truth, because in actual fact, like, it's allowed us to come closer together. Like, I've found out stuff about people in our church that I would never have had the chance to find out about, like, if we didn't go online. So I think it's brought us closer together, to be fair.
I think you're right on that. And what were some of the things that, with like S1 Up, what did that look like online? What did we do?
Well, at first we started doing quizzes, because obviously that was like the in thing to do. Yeah. So we done quizzes. We ended up just doing different games. We had a baking competition that we weren't allowed to use recipes for, so that was really fun.
That was, and there were some creative entries. That was great.
There was, yep.
And then I think you provided, we had about 2 sessions outdoors before the restrictions stopped us again.
So the first one, we met at Lamb Hill Stables and we done some rock painting. I think most of these would have probably seen the picture. I think Stuart, or I don't know if it was myself or Stuart, that had put it in the WhatsApp group. We done rock painting, we walked around the canal. And then the second one, we went to Maryhill Park and it was absolutely lovely. So we just done loads of outdoor games. There was bowls, there was darts, garden darts, and a couple of frisbee. Obviously, frisbee we played for about an hour, which was good fun. The kids loved that as well. So
good excuse to run around and burn some energy. That's come to a stop for just now.
We'll get back into it. It'll be fine.
Exactly, at some point.
In the future.
But so something else that hasn't come to a stop, but has moved online. You were a big part in bringing about what we call beanbag worship. Can you tell us something about that?
Yep, beanbag is something that is very close to my heart. Like, I really love beanbag. many years ago when I was at the age of moving from the back room, so like late teenage into adult, so moving from the back room into big church, as I call it, I was looking for something a bit more, but I didn't know what that was. I was a big fan of contemporary worship music, and that was something at that time we didn't have in big church. Like, we just done hymns, and that was fine as well. But that's when Beanbag was born. Come up with the idea of having like an informal evening service, contemporary worship music, a wee talk, or somebody shared their testimony or whatever it was. There was cake, there was hot chocolate, you could get up and wander about, you could get up and dance, like just really, really relaxed and comfortable. And it was really aimed at the younger people in the church, but obviously we gladly welcomed anybody of any age. So, right.
For anyone that's not been to Beanbag before, why is it called Beanbag Worship?
Because we had beanbags and they're comfy and informal. And Jenny Ann actually made the first beanbag.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we went and we bought the wee polystyrene balls, and she sewed the material. It was a throw. We bought a spotty throw. I think it was B&M we bought it from, and she made the first beanbag.
True love. I'm afraid not as much love has gone into the current beanbags, and obviously online it's BYO beanbag. So what is it that you particularly like about, because you now that we've moved online, you regularly lead the beanbag sessions. What is it you enjoy about that?
I think, to be honest, I think it's through the whole of lockdown, I think a lot of people felt alone in their thoughts and alone in how they feel about the situation. But I think through Beanbag, we've actually discovered that a lot of people are actually feeling the same way and have the same kind of thoughts. So it's good to know that you're not on your own with those. Like, other people are feeling, maybe they've had a bad week, or other people are maybe feeling really down, or other people might be feeling really, like, having a really high week, and it's good to share that as well.
Yeah. So lots of things to celebrate in the past and present, but looking ahead to the future, what are your next steps going forward?
Well, I'm actually in the process of doing an online early years childcare course. So I think my next step's probably to find a job in that field, all being well.
All being well.
If they'll have me.
I'm sure they will. But so your volunteering with us has been with quite a different age group from what you're now interested in and studying in. But do you think that it's what you've done is with volunteering is still going to be useful for you?
Definitely. I think obviously it's great experience, and I would probably be looking for a support worker kind of role. And having so much volunteering experience with children of all ages, could potentially be the deciding factor between me and somebody else who doesn't have it. So I think it will definitely help me. I mean, volunteering always looks good in a CV, so
yeah, you can't go wrong. So once you're successful getting a job in the sector, so you've got 2 young children, that's going to be quite a busy life for you. Do you think that volunteering can still be a part of that busy life?
Well, firstly, thanks very much. You're very optimistic, Iona. I love it.
I have complete faith in you.
No, I definitely think that volunteering will still be a huge part of my life. Honestly, I think maybe sometimes you moan about it, if you're tired or whatever. And obviously holiday club can be quite draining, because we obviously do the 2 holiday clubs, one in the morning, one in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think I'd be lost without it, because I do enjoy it. So I'd like to think it would still be a huge part of my life.
Find a way to fit it in.
So always time.
Time somewhere. What would your advice be to anyone who's considering doing any sort of volunteering?
Relax and enjoy it. I think volunteering will give you some of the best times in your life, the memories that you can and will make. through it, it'll last you a lifetime, and you'll be telling stories for your volunteering experiences for years and years to come. Like, you'll be talking about it forever.
Excellent, thank you. So something else that you've been doing actually through lockdown that we've not mentioned yet is you were part of our team who were phoning vulnerable members in our community, just sort of checking in on them, making sure that they're doing okay. Obviously times continue to be tough just now. Is there any more care or support that you think that the church could or should be giving people?
To be honest, I think we should just be continuing to do what we're doing, phoning around, checking in on people, like providing any help that they need, if that means helping them with picking up a loaf of bread, picking up a prescription, just continue to be doing what we're doing, because I think what we're doing works, and I think it's helpful for the people that need it. So
it's just keeping that momentum over over a longer period of time than we initially thought on it. So can you tell me 3 things you think you've gained from volunteering?
To be honest, I think I've gained more than 3. Well, I probably have, right? But so the 3 that I'll say, leadership skills, obviously, like that's a given. Friends, because a lot of friends that I have now, like I have a lot of friends now that I wouldn't have had if I'd never done the volunteering. And I'm not one for taking myself too seriously, but I think I've got better at not taking myself too seriously, and it's okay to act as silly, and it's okay to be occasionally caught on a camera and video being silly, like that's fine.
Yeah. Or walking down the Maryhill Road dressed as just
an elf in the snow.
Yeah.
I love it. Pneumonia only lasts so long. That's fine.
And what about the community? Do you think the community, could you name something or 3 things that the community has gained from your volunteering?
I have no idea. I'd like to think that I've shown the community that it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter your background or whatever, but you matter and you can make a difference regardless of where you've came from and whatever. I think having a familiar face from the area as well, like I could be the only person that a child coming into your club recognises, and it could be the difference between them staying or going, because if somebody comes into a club and they recognise someone else, they're more likely to stay and whatever, rather than if they come in and you know absolutely nobody, it's quite scary for them. But other than that, I've got absolutely no idea.
I think the community has gained a lot in terms of the fun and enjoyment that children are able to have through Holiday Club. And talking about making a fool of yourself, what is it you sometimes get called, or used to get called back in the day, if children met you in Asda?
Oh, vinegar. Vinegar. I played a part in one of the holiday clubs. I was Vinegar in the drama, and for years after it, children used to come up to me in Asda and just call me Vinegar. So that was fun.
That is who you are. You are Vinegar from that drama.
Well, it's crazy how they remember, like how it sticks.
Yeah.
But it's mad. But it's good as well, like obviously like I can walk about my local area and like I can speak to the kids because I know them and they know me, and like I'll be at the park with my kids now and older kids will come up to me and be like, oh, this is so and so, she does a holiday club or whatever, and I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Well, and even like recognising you for who you are, recognising you for being like Vinegar or whatever, it shows the impact that you've had on their life. Like, you know, like particularly with Holiday Club, you think, oh, it's just a week, a year, like what, you know, what's that really doing? But you know, it has made that impact, and they've enjoyed it and remembered it, and it's worth kind of they actually want to talk to you about it.
Oh no, definitely. I love Holiday Club. I do. Absolutely love Holiday Club. It's like my favourite week of the year.
And that I should say, talked about obviously that went on Zoom this year as well.
Oh, it did?
It was a bit different, but we got through.
It was fun. Loads of kids came as well and they really enjoyed it. So
yeah, and
I think it just proves that we were able to adapt quickly to the situation. Do you know what I mean? And we still provided that service for the kids.
and you were still able to use your creativity. Nicolle was the driving force behind us having craft bags to give out to all the children, because obviously normally we'd be providing craft resources every day. So this time they had a craft bag delivered to their door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so Nicolle, thank you very much. That was a whistle-stop tour of, I'm not going to do the maths as to how many years of volunteering, some number of years of volunteering.
I have a quick little video. It's only like a minute or so long. It's just got some pictures of some memories of over the years. Not all of them are from Holiday Club. So I'm just going to share that with you guys now, if it works.
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Photo representation of some of the things you've been up to.
And I don't know if you would have seen it, but in the one of the first ever beanbag, you can just see the beanbag at the front left.
Top marks to anyone who
spotted that.
Well, thank you so much, Nicolle. It's been really interesting hearing about all the things that you've done, and we're so grateful for all that you do. And
thanks for having me,
time that you
for volunteering and for the chat.
Wonderful.